Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. My name is Albert Brady. I'm sitting here before you today asking for your support in a battle no one should have to face alone. A battle against deep-rooted corruption in our county and state. Over the past 20 years, I've been indicted twice without a grand jury. In 2005, I was indicted for a drug sale with no drugs. Even the lab said there was no drugs. Even the sheriff's department said there was no drugs. I was not given due process. I was given a late night appearance in front of a judge, taken out of the jail at midnight by COs in a secret meeting at the courthouse that wasn't even open. Even after the judge admitting there was no crime committed, in front of the prosecutor admitting there was no crime committed. Right there in front of me, they decided, we just can't let you go. This looks bad on us, so we got to give you something. So they gave me a 6-5. Only to find out later, I was never indicted. There was never a grand jury. It was all fabricated. 2017, I was indicted again for making a terroristic threat. The threat is on camera, and I have the video. The threat states that I'm going to sue CPS for sexual harassment. That is the terroristic threat. The lady asked my fiance in front of the police about my anatomy, and that if she did not answer, she was going to be found guilty of child endangerment. The police questioned her what she said, and then escorted her off the property. I tried to obtain a complaint. I called the state troopers, I called the sheriffs, I called Albion police, I even called Medina police. After I called the second police station, I was told by an Officer Fox that he had already called the other stations, and he told them that I was trying to call and write a complaint and not to allow me. And if I keep trying to file a complaint, they're going to arrest me now and find something later with the charge me. In which case they did, and that was a terroristic threat. This was within 36 hours. This is on a recorded line that the sheriffs will not hand over to me. The Albion police will not hand over to me. It is clear that they falsified an entire grand jury, not once but twice, and they couldn't have done this alone. With state help, county judges' help, outer county judges' help, law enforcement, even school officials. My daughter, 4 years old, was attacked a year ago by her 6-foot bus driver, where her head was slammed into the side of the bus over 8 times. I have the video. The police knew about it within 3 days of it happening. Actually, the day of it happening. They did not tell us about it until 6 months later, after the court procedures were already done. And the guy got an hour of arrest and 2 months probation. When I called the judge and complained about how his son was using drugs and was stopped by my house to see if I could help him find some, but I would tell him I don't use them, but I will walk with you and we can talk it out together. That happened over 6 times. Since that's happened and I stopped talking to his son years ago, his son has passed away from an overdose. This is the man that's overseeing part of the case. This is a man who was assisted in my original arrest in 2005. This has been allowed to happen from county and DA and law enforcement. The DA has his personal drug task force, which are not deputized people. They're allowed to arrest people and collect evidence, which they have done, which under New York state law is illegal. They've done this with the help of the local attorney general for Western New York, who directly reports to, you know it, Letitia James. She's aware of this and how he's involved in this, how he's aware of everything I'm telling you, and much more. And his simple reply when I talked to him was he doesn't believe anything I say, he doesn't need to see any evidence. A week later, His lawyer called me. I found that very suspicious, so I hung up and did not pick up again. I filed a complaint with her office with over 300 pages, and her office said there's nothing they can do about this, any of it. The local attorney general reports directly to Letitia James. In the documents I've given to her, I've also shown how over $230,000 of child support has been taken from me and not given to my kids. It is nowhere to be found. I spoke with the head of child support from New York State, and she said if it's not directly in her office, she can't start an investigation. Letitia James is aware of this as well. On record, for my 3 kids, I only owe $45,000 for their entire lifetime, for 18 years. Yet they still claim I owe $40,000, while $230,000 are missing. The system of fabricated evidence and false evaluations and cover-up and misconduct, from the district attorney to law guardians to CPS to judges and law enforcement to executives of entire counties. Now I have over 400 pages in a suit. Over 430 pages I have filed in Monroe County, charging over 200 individuals with 23 federal charges, multiple counts. I have recorded admissions and falsified documents in proof of retaliation. I even have the district attorney himself admitting that he covered up a hate crime from one of his sheriffs at the local impound. Upon meeting for the first time and only saying I would like to pay cash for my car, she called me all type of niggers and how she hated my kind and I'm disgusting and nasty for 10 minutes. I thought I had to deal with it to get my car back. And when she threatened to kill me and started reaching for her guns, I stepped outside and called the police. They said that I should have never came there. I explained this is my first time here, first time speaking with her. Over the comms, I could hear them trying to see if they could find a way to charge me with trespassing. I left. I asked them to receive my car. They said no, I had to go and get it myself. I went down there to receive my car. I did not speak with anybody. I told them I'm going to go down there, just get my car and leave. They said okay. I went there, went to walk to my car. They arrested me for trespassing. I have the video of me asking them for over 5 minutes to go get the car themselves. I don't want any problems. They said no, I myself have to get it. I have all of this recording. Like I said, I have the district attorney himself admitting that he covered this up. Quote, on the phone, we were speaking. She said all those things. She admitted she said it, but she apologized to me, so there's nothing I can do about it. End quote. I have that recording. Yes, he admitted she said everything I just said to you, plus much more, but there's nothing he can do about it because she apologized to him. I do not drink. I do not use drugs. And I'm willing to test to show I'm telling the truth. And for all of this, I am suing for $400 million to recover lost assets and time, just for a small fraction of many more things covered of the egregious acts and crimes done to not just me but other people of all colors. I work out, I go for runs, and I spend time with my family. I'm still looking for my father to this day. So it's very important that I'm there for my kids, because it's painful for me every day. But God got me. That's why we call him Father, right? I'm between a couch and being homeless. I have tried jobs. I've even been kicked off the county training program for a CNA for somebody who runs the program to have one of their relatives in it. If I wasn't a hard worker, I wouldn't have been able to steal over $230,000 from me in a matter of 5 years. I'm only asking for your help for legal services and delivery to serve these people in this federal case. I'm seeking $26,000 for your assistance. I will put a link to the GoFundMe down below. For those willing to invest in this fight and pursuit of justice and accountability, I am able and prepared to share undeniable evidence with you of everything I've shared here with you today and much more. Together we can expose this abuse of power and bring accountability back to our state. Accountability that's long overdue. Thank you for believing in the truth and the power in one voice backed by many. God bless you. Thank you for your time.